Hello my friends, Asoka the Geek here, and for this review we are going to take a look at the Hot Toys, The Flash, Michael Keaton, Batman, 1/6 scale figure. So this came out a while ago now. I've had it for a little while here, and it's been on the in the little pile there of things I want to get to. And that's a hard thing when you like to create content like YouTube videos and Instagram posts and things like that. I never really unbox and display anything until I make some content for it, because it's part of the enjoyment for me with the hobby now. Is not only do I enjoy the collectibles, but I enjoy making content like this about the collectibles. But that leads to a little pile I always start accumulating of things that I buy that I need to review, or make a review of until I can put them up for display. So anyways, that's my little tangent there about my pile of stuff. But here we are, the Hot Toys, Michael Keaton, the Batman. So excited for this. Listen, I know the Flash movie is divisive, to say the least. I love it. I love Michael Keaton in the movie, even despite Ezra Miller's history and whatnot. I like him as the Flash. I love Supergirl, Zod. There was a lot of issues, though. Obviously, the special effects with the cameos and how that all sort of worked was a little odd, but I still love the movie. I might go watch it tonight just after I look at this. I mean, one scene that I always have on repeat, though, is this scene with Batman. Being a huge Michael Keaton fan, just having him back in a bat suit, fighting some bad guys with the Batwing, the Batcave, it was just amazing. So yes, I'm very excited for this, and without further ado, let's get him out of this awesome packaging, and let's take a closer look at Michael Keaton as Batman from Hot Toys. Well, before we get the figure fully out of the packaging, I did want to show you what it looks like once you remove the sleeve. So this is the inner box art, and then of course you can see the figure here. There are all the weapons that it comes with, the figure, the extra faceplates, things like that. But I just wanted you to kind of see what it looks like from a packaging perspective once you take off the sleeve. But now, without further ado, let's take a look at the actual figure itself. Alright, so that's a lot to unpack there. So it comes with a lot of stuff, which is great, because these are expensive figures, so it's cool that they come with a lot of things. The accessories here, I'm not going to go through each one of these guys, but you can see them here in the plastic. Multiple batarangs, a bat rope, the gauntlet gun, that piece here is what you use to like pry off the mask and things like that. Ninja Star, some very nice 1989 Batman accessories there. So that's great. Then it comes with extra faceplates. It comes with a nice displayable Batman cowl, which I thought was a really nice touch. So it's just an empty cowl that comes with its own display stand, which I really dig. Just a nice little touch there, so I can put that next to Batman on the shelf. And I wish all Hot Toys Batman figures come with something like that going forward. Otherwise, you do end up with these extra Batman heads, and it'd be great to put them on a little display. There is the masked Batman head, which I think looks phenomenal. And of course, I'll put it on the figure. And then we have an extra set of hands. We have this display stand, which actually lights up, but it is a USB-C charge to it, so it's not charged up at the moment. While I love Hot Toys stand just for space, I pretty much keep most of my figures on a very generic like Kaiser doll stand type thing. I save all of these, of course. Hopefully I'll have more real estate at some point to use these stands, but really nice stand here though, and it's gonna look nice next to the other Flash figures. Then we do have this extra cape as well, which you can use to make the the gliding pose, which is going to be really cool. So I will definitely try to attach that for this review. Only thing is, I couldn't find the instruction sheet. I don't know if it fell out when I did my little unboxing video that I posted a little while ago. So yeah, I should be able to figure it out though. I mean, it's a toy. Anyway, it's a figure. Let's take a look at the figure itself. So here he is. There is Michael Keaton as Batman. So, talk about the face sculpt. Do I think this looks like old Michael Keaton from the movie? I see the likeness there. I think with the eyes especially, I can definitely see the likeness. more so in other angles than not. But I think this is a great representation of Michael Keaton as Batman. You might disagree, but for me, this looks pretty great. And honestly, I'll probably have him displayed with his cowl on for the most part. So, you know, it's a nice touch, but I mean, I'm not crazy enough to get another figure just to display it like this, right? But who knows? There you go. There's Michael Keaton as Batman. I think it's a nice head sculpt. I think it captures his look very nicely. And yeah, man, he still looked great in that suit, you know? Then the suit. So I think this is a nice logical progression of where we left off in Batman Returns, of like what an updated suit would look like. It takes the best of like the Batman Returns suit and updates it a little bit here. My favorite suit is still the 89 Batman suit. I love the beastly looking suit. Less armor, more, you know, creature look to it. But, you know, this is still really nice. I really love the suit. Love that they kept it all black. Love that his head doesn't move, just like in the 89 and 92 movies. But yeah, I love the suit. I think it's a great update on the Batman suit for modern times. So there you go. As far as articulation goes, guys, I'm not going to move this guy around too much. I've had so many, you know, bad experience with Hot Toys figures where I something breaks when I move it around too much, or I'm afraid something's going to tear. If you buy a Hot Toys, just know they do technically have a lot of articulation, but you got to be very careful with moving it around. You can just kind of feel it here, how delicate it is as far as the suit goes, and it tearing or ripping. So yeah, I'm not going to move him around much, but there you go. All right, let's see how he looks with the Batman head on him. All right, so there he is with the Batman head sculpt on him, and I think that looks just fantastic. Look at that. Look at that head sculpt. Looks great. It looks like just like from the movie, for my opinion. And I like how the cowl is nicely almost, you know, like on the Beast Kingdom one, this cowl piece really sticks out. And you can kind of see it sticking out a little bit here, but it's a lot more flush than the Beast Kingdom one, as it should be. This is a more expensive figure, and I think the silhouette that it makes is really nicely done. The cape is wired, but it doesn't really stay up that easily. So, but I think overall, just a really beautiful looking figure. There you go. And then you can interchange these faceplates pretty easy. You just take the head off and pop on the faceplates. I'm also going to stick with this one. I think that's going to be the one that I go with. I think it's a good neutral looking headpiece. But let's see how this looks with that wired cape. Let me see if I can figure out how to attach that piece. Not the wired cape, the glider cape. Let's see how it looks with that. All right, so there it is with the articulated glider cape on. I did a pretty bad job of attaching it. I need to spend some more time kind of figuring this guy out a little bit. It looks cool. I definitely see the potential there. I just need to figure out how to attach this a little bit better. As you can see, it's not nicely flush on there. So I got to fiddle with it a little bit more, but at least you can kind of get an idea of how this is going to look and how cool it could look if you have the space to display it like this. I think it's a very nice display piece to have it, you know, fully expanded like this. And you can also retract the cape, as it were. And I gotta figure out how to get that on there. So you can still kind of use this as a regular cape as well if you wanted to, but you know, you probably wouldn't. But yeah, it's a cool cape. I just obviously user error on my part getting it attached properly. But there you go. At least you can kind of see it horribly. Like, yeah, I really got to figure out how to get that on properly. I'll do a follow-up video with it attached much more nicely to it. But just got to show you how it attaches. As you can see, the head pops off there. There's the piece that holds the head. Then if you take this piece out, you can see that this is all held together by Velcro. So you kind of put it together like so, and there's the back, and it's all Velcro. So just kind of need to finagle with this a little bit more to get it right. But there you go. Anyway, let me get it back to its standard look to give you some final thoughts here. All right, so there's your look at Michael Keaton as Batman from The Flash. I know I didn't go too in depth on this. I'm sorry I didn't do the extra place and things like that. But this guy is a bitch to obviously change out and swap out. So just be careful when you are swapping out the cape, swapping out the face plates, messing with the eyes. Hot Toys is delicate, so just be careful. Go gently. And honestly, I'm probably not going to try change it out again. Already a piece of the Velcro like got a little damaged when I was changing it out, and it was like attached to the other piece. So yeah, I'm probably gonna leave this alone from now on. But still love the figure. It's a great representation of Michael Keaton as Batman. It's gonna look great next to all my other Hot Toys Batman. And yeah, I really dig this guy. Hope you enjoyed this review. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you found the suit? Let me know what you guys think. But thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.